Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video of Grid Linux. This time around I'm going to be comparing Grid Autosport on Ubuntu 15.10 versus Windows 8.1. So this one obviously is on my GTX 980, which is quite a high-end graphics card, so I've got everything on ultra settings and blah 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 blah. And I've got multi-sampling off. I think it's multi-sampling. I've tried my hardest to get the FPS counters up, but they're a bit blurry and whatnot. And as you can see already, this is not a frame-by-frame benchmark, so this means that the benchmark is going to be different each time, because it's just like a normal played-out race. But it's in the same car, it's on the same track, against the same amount of cars, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But as you can see already, the Windows version is getting a lot of difference. I mean, I watched Penguin Recording's comparison yesterday, and I was shocked to see what he got, because he had like 20 FPS difference on his comparison. It's why I commented saying that I was shocked to see this, because right here I'm getting almost double, which is absolutely insane to say the least. So I'm getting, I mean, my refresh rate is 144 Hertz. So basically, the Windows version is doing a better job of keeping up to the refresh rate. But even so, over 60 FPS is anything fine. So anything above that for anyone else would be fine. But even then, the frame rate difference I'm getting here, look at that, 140 compared to 60 there. Nearly at some points, I'm getting nearly 100 FPS more on the Windows version. But either way, the Linux version does run good. As you can see, it's hitting 100 FPS there, finally. God damn it. It does run good. There isn't any stuttering problems I've encountered so far, and I've played the game for about 5-6 hours, and played a bit of the career, and it's running good so far. But it's clear that the Windows port is obviously better so far, which sort of sucks to see. I mean, it's only once have I come across a game which runs better on Linux, and that was Metro, and it was quite strange, because that's a very intense game, isn't it? But hopefully soon we get to the point where we're a little bit closer than this, because this is crazy to see, especially a couple of years ago when we were getting Valve saying they were testing Left 4 Dead 2 on Linux and getting such higher frame rates that we were hearing about, and all that rubbish, as both the benchmarks come across the line in first position. The Linux version actually won the timed race by about a second, but in the end the average FPS on Linux was 73.99 as opposed to the Windows version. Oh, it actually loads a lot faster on the Linux version, as opposed to 144.69, which is crazy differences. Max FPS on Linux 109, whereas the minimum on Windows was 107. So this is really weird to see. The max on Linux is only 2 FPS more than the minimum on Windows. I mean, I don't know if it's anything to do with my computer or anything, but here you go. I'd let you showcase the triple screen benchmark as well, just for shits and giggles. Obviously I couldn't get the FPS counter into the video, because it's obviously going to be in the top left corner, and it would just be even more blurry than the other two. But yeah, so that's almost double. I mean, that's 73 times 2, so it'll be 146, so it's almost double on Windows, which is really weird. As I said, Penguin Recording got about 20 FPS more on the Windows version. So, and both of these are both on the latest drivers as well. So, interested to see where this difference is coming from. I'm not too sure if my computer's bottlenecking or anything like that, but yeah. So, but like I say, I'm enjoying the game. I am having a lot of fun on it, and not, there's no problem so far. It hasn't crashed or anything like that. When you're looking at them side by side as well, you can't really tell there is a massive frame rate difference, whether it be double or not. Especially looking at it just then. Maybe it's because I'm doing a video on 60 FPS, but either way, it seems to run still pretty good. So yeah. Sort of sucks that there's such a massive frame rate difference. And I don't remember what the difference was on this, but I don't think it was too bad. You can see it actually runs quite nice on the Linux version on triple screen. There's nothing fancy going on, no crazy jumps or bad frame rate drops or anything like that. Seems the cars are going a little bit faster though. But yeah, as I said, I'll link you to Penguin Recordings video in the description. Maybe put an annotation when I first mention it, because it's worth checking that out. He runs a GTX 680 or 670, one of them. So it's worth checking his benchmark out. If you want to see a look on lower end hardware, I'd like to say it's not even low end hardware. It's just a bit lower compared to the 980. A bit more of a fair test for everyone who doesn't have a 980 or closer. But there you go. The triple screen benchmark is over. Let's see what the frame rate difference is there. So the average on Linux is 44.76 as opposed to Windows, which was 77. I mean, I'm getting my average on the triple screen Windows was better than the average on Linux. Oh, that's really bad. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think the problem is. It's really weird that there's such a difference in frame rate. Like I say, the most users want to have about 60 FPS anyway, because the majority have 60 Hz monitors. So 73 average is pretty good for the majority of users. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Rate and subscribe for future Linux content, and peace out. See you later.